Hey, thanks for checking out our exclusive digital show, The Good Day Austin Roundup.
We are highlighting and talking about some of our favorite segments from the morning show that you may have missed. I am digital editorial lead Donnie, and I'm here with Good Day Austin anchors Casey, Dave, and meteorologist Zach.
And Zach.
Yeah.
It's the Bro Show.
It is the Bro Show.
Yeah. On this Bro Show, we will talk about all the morning show fun you may or may not have missed. First, though, we know Zach always starts things off
with weather around the world. Let's go to New Mexico, where they had record-breaking rainfall last weekend, triggered flash flooding. This is footage from the southeastern part of the state, where you can see a truck submerged in floodwaters. Officials say storms dumped up to 3 inches of rain per hour. So we're struggling to find rain around here, but it seems like a lot of other spots here in the country dealing with scenes like this with flash flooding. In Roswell, the city saw the equivalent to half a year's worth of rainfall in just a single weekend.
I would imagine there's flash flooding issues like we would see around here when they do get this type of rain. Yeah.
All right, to Wales now, where Storm Ashley brought strong winds and heavy rain.
Winter storm?
Aren't you?
Is that Winter Storm
Yes,
Ashley?
they named storms over there in Europe also.
And you've used these names. Winter Storm Ashley.
Well, it's not Winter Storm. They just said Storm Ashley.
Autumn Storm Ashley.
They didn't say Winter Storm. It just said Storm Ashley.
Ashley.
Storm Ashley.
Ashley's
That's
mad.
random. Man, look at the waves on that. This is footage showing some large waves in one of the part of the country. In other parts of the United Kingdom, flights were canceled. There was also some flooding, coastal flooding. Man, those are humongous waves. All right.
First name storm
of 2024-2025 season for the Western Europe group.
Sounds like a soccer league. The Western Europe
I bet they have some pretty interesting.
That's winter storms. It's got to be winter storms.
I bet they have some pretty interesting names on that list.
Yeah.
Like Padraig.
Padraig?
Like the golfer?
Padraig. Yes.
Padraig, yeah.
Okay. Padraig and Ashley.
Yes. He's what, Irish, Scottish?
He's Irish. Padraig Harrington.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, well, maybe he'll get his own winter storm.
I gotta work on my Irish.
I will keep my eyes open.
Okay. I wonder what the B storm is.
You probably look that up.
Bob. All right, as you know, it's still hot around here, but other parts of the U.S., they're getting the first snow of the season. This is footage out of Granby, Colorado. It's about 85 miles northwest of Denver.
There might be a cranberry in Colorado.
The woman who filmed this did a great job, said they got more than 2 inches of snow.
Apparently it's from her hot tub. That's what the video said.
That's good. Good living.
From her hot tub.
I bet that's a nice.
That was the coolest thing we did at Park City.
Yeah.
In the hot tub when it was snowing.
I have done that before too, and it's pretty awesome.
That's amazing.
Getting out, that was not
that's
fun.
not
You gotta
fun.
hustle.
Sometimes getting in, if it's not, you're like.
It's like you hustle, but don't run around the tub.
That's true.
So it's tricky. It's tricky. So you got to take your time.
But it's very nice. You're in this hot tub and just like the snow's on.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's really cool.
And we ended with a time lapse of a Levanter cloud that draped the rock Gibraltar. Check out the video of the cloud streaming over the famed peak. The cloud's produced by the easterly wind, from which it gets its name, and brings warm, moist air from the sea, which condenses over the rock and creates a persistent cloud veil.
I've never seen anything like
That's
that
pretty
before.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Of course, I guess we spread it up. I'm like, what's happening over there?
Oh, man, that's pretty cool.
Like, man, those people are going fast down there.
Without the peak, that wouldn't exist, obviously, right? Zach, do you know? Or
I never heard of these things before.
Yes.
Yeah, like it would just, the cloud would just
Because
go by
the air is hitting the side of the rock and it's being lifted.
Wow.
And when it lifts, it condenses and produces the cloud.
That's
so if you have that
very
persistent
cool.
wind, you're going to continue to get that cloud formation. I want to know what's going on. What is this, a race or something?
It does look like they're, I think it's by the airport, maybe?
It looks like a bike
I hope
race.
it's not at the airport.
Well, no, doesn't that look like a
A
runway?
lot of people on the
Yeah, it does.
but
It
I don't
does
think
look
we
like
need that many people out on the runway.
I don't know. I don't know if they said.
Yeah.
I don't think Gibraltar's that big, so there's probably not that much.
I don't know.
Maybe they do have an F1 race there. I
They
don't know.
didn't have Winter Storm Ashley.
No.
Padraig.
Look out for Bob.
Padraig, you said.
Padraig. It's like Patrick, but Padraig.
Padraig. Okay. Yeah.
It's spooky season. Thank you. So, of course, Libby and Natalie had a Halloween-themed edition of Keeping Score. They headed out to Over the Top Cake Supplies, which is a direct-to-consumer cake supply store. You can buy things as you need. You don't need to buy in bulk. They also offer classes throughout the year. They taught Libby and Natalie how to recreate
that pumpkin cake.
I guess you could make a pumpkin
cake
shaped cake, but also a pumpkin cake.
And they did it from like complete scratch. So they had to build the cake. You know, get the pieces of the cake together. They had to cut it together.
So they actually did that?
Put the fondant on. They had to spray it.
Okay,
They did the little.
Also make some little snacks, I guess.
They put the little thing. They did a lot of.
Well,
yeah.
in the end, what appeared to be a bit of a controversial decision. I'm told. Libby was chosen as the winner.
Natalie looked the least happiest I've ever seen when someone's.
Well,
you know what I mean?
they put a lot of
I think she really thought that she had this one in the
that?
bag. That was
whose is
Libby's,
that?
and
Okay.
this.
Well-
So left is Natalie's, right is Libby's.
Wait.
What?
No.
Yeah.
And Libby won?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I don't know if I
all
agree
right,
with
you
that
guys are
decision.
all right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see why. She
Yeah,
upset about that. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Wow.
we call it right down the middle.
Sounds like someone paid someone off.
So as long as they both tasted good, that's amazing.
I'm sure they
Yeah.
did. I did not see those cakes back here in the studio or in the
That's a
newsroom.
lot of
Never
cake.
make it back.
Sometimes they
That's
do.
a lot of cake. If anything was going to make it back.
One time they did a Whole Foods cake one. They didn't recreate it, but they did some sort of decorating thing, and they brought like 4 cakes back. They messed up a lot of those.
Pretty cool story.
Yeah.
I want to hear for that.
All right, well, there's a new sushi spot in town, unlike any other. Aburi Oshi Sushi is a new concept from the people behind Canada's first ever Michelin-starred sushi restaurant. Aburi is unique because its sushi is flame-seared. You saw them doing it there. That's what aburi means.
Okay.
And
Learned
also
something today.
Oshi style, which is pressed.
Okay.
So right now they're offering to go from Cloud Kitchens every day from 11 to 9. You can order pickup or delivery.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Just
so you
take
can bring it to your house.
Yeah.
But it is a real cool thing. I went to an event and they had like offerings that they make, and it was all very, very good. It's interesting because it is kind of like a square, so it's kind of like
It's a little different than
Look at
what
that.
maybe
It's a little
some of us
bigger,
have been
yeah,
used to.
yeah.
And it's got a piece of wood, get the kind of the smoke.
yeah. And so I remember speaking to one of the people with the company, and they were talking about how they kind of like to think of it as sort of like for people who don't really like sushi or haven't really had it, this is sort of like their foray into it, right? Because it's a little bit cooked. It's not
Sure, it's a little more
completely raw.
accessible.
So yeah, and
Yeah.
it's
So what's that on
It
the
looks
top?
delicious.
that's the fish.
The very top, that's
Yeah.
the fish?
So
Not in the middle?
No, so they have some fish in the middle too, but they also
okay.
have it on the top, and they
Okay.
sear
Oh,
it.
now we're kicking it
Little
up.
jalapeno in it.
Oh, yeah, I'd pick up some of this to go.
Yeah.
Once
that's a nice
again,
thing.
why can't we have something like this during the week?
I'll order us some and we can eat it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
All right, that'll be good.
All right, Chef Kevin, you may recognize him from Top Chef. He stopped by to talk with Libby and Natalie about his company, Folly Pops.
Dave and I have been there.
I've been, yes.
Well, I don't think the storefront exists anymore, but
Yeah, no,
but we have been
years ago, and
yes.
they're tartlets. Tartlets are a crunchy shortbread cookie, and then they got a creamy or fruity filling and a chocolate topping. Folly Pops are available at H-E-B. They're offered at hotels and restaurants all over the state, and yeah, you'll be in for a treat if you have some of those. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Do you remember like their big thing when they had the storefront was that they had those things that you could pop?
Yes.
Remember that? It was like that.
Yeah,
they had
that's
the
what
big
they-
ball at the top,
Yeah.
and then you
yeah,
could pop
yeah,
it, and
yeah,
it kind of like
That's
drizzled
what I
all
got.
over
And
the
I'm
thing.
telling you, they had food there too. This one was a few years back, 3 years ago.
They may have. You might
Hill
be
Country
right.
Galleria.
Yeah.
And I had like a lobster roll or something there too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, Chef Kevin's a very good
You
chef.
can't get that. So
Yes.
Good job, Kevin.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Last week was the 50th anniversary of the Austin City Limits TV show. We had a big concert with Willie Nelson and Asleep at the Wheel over at the Long Center Lawn. We had Ray Benson himself from Asleep at the Wheel on Good Day Austin. Willie Nelson shot the pilot episode of Austin City Limits. Asleep at the Wheel was the first official episode, airing in '75 after the show was picked up on CBS, and me and Donnie there.
No, PBS.
What did I say?
CBS.
Dang it! PBS.
He was so concentrating on Asleep at the Wheel.
You nailed
at
that.
the wheel.
Yeah. Nailed it.
Donnie and I went to see the concert. Late night for
There's
us,
the man
morning show
himself.
folks.
Yeah.
There he is.
I'll never forget
Yeah,
it.
That's pretty
so
awesome.
cool.
So cool. We knew we were sort of seeing a legend at work.
Yeah.
There's Ray, another
Well,
legend.
Ray, yeah, I was about to say a legend in his own right. So many great moments.
And Lucas Nelson sang
Lucas
a little bit. He was
Nelson's-
really good.
Yeah, he sang Texas Flood by Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Okay.
That's
It was
It was
cool.
a great night.
And then they had this cool drone show at the end. I've
Drum
never
show
seen
was
these.
pretty cool.
yeah. Just, I mean, the 50 years of that show.
Oh, I know those guys. Legends. They're legends.
Such a name dropper, Shields.
My cool new
That's
hat.
when they're in full
look at-
uniform.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Donnie hates this picture.
Why? What's wrong with it?
This picture.
Everyone knows
I
how
think it's
good
the
you are
braids.
on the tambourine.
I think it's the braids.
That view never gets old, by the way.
I had not
Well, it's
really
brand
been
new.
to a Long Center event at night
That's
like
true.
that, and it was
is?
amazing.
The little stage, yeah.
So pretty, yeah.
Oh, I
It's a
haven't been out
3D
there yet.
printed stage.
Icon, the company that does all that,
Yeah.
they 3D printed that. Yeah.
I was just talking about the skyline from there. But
Yes.
Next
They
time
had
you're
it-
out there, it'll have changed again.
All right, let's talk about another iconic part of the Austin music scene that's making a comeback. Armadillo World Headquarters is back in a new form as a live music and arts experience. It's opened up a store on South Congress called Armadillo Forever, which sells merch
And
with
ever.
all 100% of the proceeds going to help Austin artists and music venues. I think that's
that.
really, really
Love
cool.
that.
Yeah. And for those who aren't aware, Armadillo World Headquarters was an iconic music venue from 1970 to 1980. Hosted some of the world's biggest artists, including AC/DC, Bruce Springsteen, Ray Charles, The Ramones, Willie Nelson, and Waylon Jennings.
Yeah, I mean,
among
somebody that you
others.
think of, and then somebody like, man, if they were big at the time, no matter what style of
Yeah.
music,
Yeah.
they played it, right, Casey?
Yeah, very true. Van Morrison.
Yeah.
And this is like a little movie that they play in there. And what's really cool about it is that there's a section in it when they show when Armadillo World Headquarters closed. And it's one of our old reporters, because we were there, obviously, because we were at the station. And he cracks open a Lone Star, and he's like, here's to you, Armadillo World Headquarters. And then he like drinks it on air. And we were joking about how when we didn't really have a lot of time to put all that together, but we were saying Casey should have done a little live shot where he just got
like a non-alcoholic beer or something.
or an alcoholic one. No one would judge you.
Like a Waterloo or something. I don't know.
But yeah, Casey and I got some stuff from them so that we got
that hat that I was wearing in the picture.
Well, I think you're going to see more and more of that, and I love, again, any way we can to support local Austin musicians that are just the lifeblood of entertainment around here.
Yeah.
And that's a really fun way to do it. So
and they have a lot of cool stuff, and they live streamed the Willie concert.
Oh, so you could have hung out in there and watched the show.
So you could have, I think it was kind of around the corner, but you could have watched it, and they had like, that's kind of their ideas. They're going to have like lots more kind of musical events and things like that. So pretty cool
place.
Formula One was back in town, as you know. Tiara was out at Circuit of the Americas. She's always a big part of it when something's going on at COTA.
She said it's her favorite time of year.
She did say that.
It's
multiple times,
I think that's
Time of the year.
Zach and
at
Casey's
COTA.
album is coming out in a few weeks. Tiara gave us all the details about the event for us before she was out there working. This year's musical performances were from Sting and then Eminem, the big show on Saturday night. And for the first time since 2019, someone other than Max Verstappen won the U.S. Grand Prix. This year's champion was Charles Leclerc.
Charles,
like Padre. Charles.
Yeah.
There's a Charles Schwartzel, too.
He's from
South Africa?
Monaco.
Okay. So right next
I
door.
believe so, yeah.
Bad geography, Dave.
Let's go back to World Geography 101.
Take that class.
I love F1. It's always kind of one of those events where all these random people show up, and you're just like, oh, wait, like so-and-so was in town, or so-and-so shows up, like...
I didn't realize till a few years ago what an international event that was. I mean, people coming in from all over the world to be part of it.
And how many like random parties they had? Like the Black Keys were just playing randomly.
Oh, really?
Yeah. At
Really?
VUCA over on the east side. A bunch of people were there.
I want to know how many private jets were here in Austin.
A lot.
Oh, yeah.
Was this like the hot spot around the world for
I
that?
bet.
Yeah.
I bet, yeah. Well, if you dread going to the gym, Katie went out to F45 recently and got a total body workout that you can do at home. So she said she went out there because, a lot of people, they don't necessarily want to do like
Or don't have
group
the time.
fitness or they don't have time.
Yeah.
So she went out there and they taught her a few of these kind of moves that you can do by yourself and just kind of get a little workout in.
I mean, it's still tough to make that a habit. It's still tough to make the time in your day to do. We're not saying it's not, but this does take away the excuse. Oh, I got to buy a whole bunch of equipment. I got to have a home gym. I can't do it if I'm traveling a lot for work. That's not true. You can do a little bit of stuff, and I bet if you made it part of your routine, as time went on, you do it more. More
and it cuts out the driving time. Sometimes
Well,
for
yeah.
me, that's the hardest part, right?
Yeah.
Is just being like, I got to sit in traffic for like 20 minutes.
Katie was such a trooper on this because she works out, and she did this after that day's workout.
She said that,
Two workouts in one day.
She got like a double deal on there, but that's good information.
Yeah.
The longest-running Dia de los Muertos event in Austin is back for another year. Tiara got a preview of Viva la Vida at Mexico.
That is not Tiara.
That is not.
Tiara Newbaum.
The event happens on October 26th at 4th and Congress. Festivities begin with a grand procession, and activities go on until 6 p.m. There are traditional foods, retail booths, live performances, even a lowrider exhibition.
We okay?
Words are
What
hard.
drink were you going to have to celebrate? Yeah, no, it's
always
such
have some pretty cool stuff,
such a colorful event.
Yeah, it is.
I'm fascinated by it every year.
They're going to be competing with Halloween this weekend.
Well, it is.
Yeah.
It's the day after.
Yeah, no, I know, but I mean, it's going to be a lot of stuff
I'd say
happening
they do
this
that every
Saturday.
year.
This just in, it happens the day after Halloween.
I had to redeem myself after the Monaco, South Africa. There's a new Great Wolf Lodge in Webster. Kristen Finan with Austin Travels was down there recently with her kids, checking out the Howl, H-O-W-L, as the Great Wolf Halloween event.
So all those kids were hers?
Absolutely.
Wow, she's a big family. I didn't
Big
know that,
family,
yeah.
and they had so much fun. And she said, of course, Great Wolf Lodge does such a good job catering to the kids.
Yeah.
But she said this location is also kind of between Houston and Galveston. So if you made a little trip of it, not very far from where we are, go to NASA, you go to the beach, go to Galveston. So many things you can do. But she said she had a very hard time getting her kids off property because there's just so much to do.
Yeah.
So you don't need to do that, but there's other things to do if you want to.
Yeah, I've never been to a Great Wolf Lodge. You guys been?
I
You guys take your
have.
kids?
Yeah, when you have kids,
Yeah.
it's kind of a rite of passage. And they cater to those kids. Kids
Yeah.
love it. Yeah.
That's a peek into your future, Casey.
Yeah, I've never heard of it until this now. They always have great ideas. I went somewhere that they suggested one time. It was Solitude, Utah. That was an Austin travel
You're going to
thing.
some Great Wolf Lodges, man.
Okay, I'm going to All right.
They're all over.
All right.
All right, well, let's end things with a dive into our video vault. I'm really excited about this one. Check out some of this footage of a man who helped popularize hang gliding. So this man, this video, 1969, he's an Australian named Bill Bennett.
the
They
Birdman.
nicknamed him the Birdman. Yeah, did you know that?
I didn't.
Oh.
I'm looking him up right now.
He at one time owned the world's largest hang glider manufacturing company and helped popularize the sport of hang gliding through exhibitions and publicity stunts. One of those is, that's what we're looking at. Bennett and a man named John Dickinson made this, I believe it's Regalo wing. That's what he's using, and he toured the country with it. So here he is in Austin in 1969.
That's a good one.
On the
Where
lake.
is this at?
Looks like that's that Holiday Inn now, off of by Rainy.
yeah.
Man, there's no buildings.
Yeah, I know. Anytime we look at that, but isn't that cool?
So that's Lady Bird, I guess.
Yeah.
Town Lake, as it was called back then.
Yeah.
And he's just, apparently he toured all over the U.S., really just popularizing
There's so
the
many,
sport.
so many Bill Bennetts.
Bill Bennett hang gliding, is that what you typed in?
No, I Wikipedia'd him. I wanted to see how.
There should be only one Bill Bennett Birdman.
That's okay, Birdman.
Bill Bennett Birdman.
Yeah, we're gonna find this up.
We're gonna find it. He didn't get,
Donnie's gonna edit this out later.
I guess he got pretty high on that.
well,
I've never been hang
Well, it
gliding.
was the
Have you guys
60s.
been hang gliding?
Got real high.
Have you been hang gliding, Zach?
No, I haven't.
Never?
Have you?
No.
I went
parasailing.
parasailing.
Yeah, that's what I thought
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
first,
yeah.
but then I realized that's not.
okay,
I
Bill
always thought it
Bennett.
was hand gliding.
That's much more dangerous.
There you go, Bill Bennett, pioneer
Hang
in
gliding.
hang gliding.
This is all. Thank you for watching this edition of Good Day Austin, the Roundup. You can get details about the stories we talked about in the Good Day section of our website. You can also subscribe, sorry, for Katie, you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Remember, Good Day also starts each weekday morning at 4:30. Now you can watch on your connected TV with the Fox Local app.
It's free to download, and it's available on multiple platforms like Roku and Apple TV.
And besides our morning show and the newscast, we've also got some great shows that stream exclusively on those digital platforms like Fox en Espanol, Sierra's Texas, News with Casey Claiborne,
Dave playing on
and
his
more.
phone.
Yes.
No, that's not
30
happening.
minutes of
That's
Dave
coming,
just
yeah.
staring at a cell phone.
No. We'll see you later.